made that process so much easier that the cotton industry really took off after that. Now, here, once it was run through the gins, it was just stuffed into big burlap bags, pulled over to the cotton dock on the creek, floated downstream to Charleston on flat-bottom barges, where in Charleston they would use steam-driven machines to compress the cotton into bales, which weighed about 500 pounds, and were about the size of, say, half of that big picnic table sitting over here. Now, cotton was king here from the late 1790s until sometime in the 1870s. By then, the yields were down significantly because the soil was depleted from planting cotton over and over and over in the same soil. Labor was a big problem here. We were still picking cotton the old-fashioned way at that point, by hand, and that's around the time that machinery was starting to have a real impact on farm labor. Now, it's too early for steam-driven tractors, I know, but mechanical planting devices and harvesting machines, improved plows, things like that, at least on the farms that could afford to buy them. I remember a much younger Patrick Swayze riding up and down here on a horse for the North and South series. That was filmed here as well, right here. Now, the trees are called Southern Live Oak. They are an evergreen. They don't lose their leaves in the winter. But they are true oak. And these trees have massive root systems. The roots on these oaks spread about as far as the limbs do. So these old trees are all connected here on the ground via the roots. Each of these trees uses at least 50 gallons of water a day. It's a very dense, strong wood. 1 cubic foot of this oak, when it's freshly cut, weighs about 75 pounds. That is very heavy wood. Wow. It used to be used for shipbuilding. In fact, the USS Constitution, old Ironsides, still afloat up in Boston Harbor, 224 years old now. She was constructed to a great degree of Southern Live Oak. That's where she gets her iron sides from, this tree right here. It's a very long-lived tree. They'll live to be 400 or 500 years old or more. There's one tree right back of the main house that's been dated to be over 600 years old. Originally, there were 88 of these along here, and we've only lost 2 over the centuries. One to a hurricane and one to a lightning strike. Now, the great plant hanging from the trees, of course, we call that Spanish moss. Well, it does not grow in Spain. It is certainly not Spanish. It's not even a moss. It's actually an air plant, an epiphyte. It just needs some sun and water to grow. It's not a parasite. It doesn't hurt the trees at all. And the reason it's called Spanish moss is because it was named by the early English